Hey there, Lake Travis Prayer Room. This is Kyle Hubbart coming to you with another Gatekeeper Encouragement, this time for the month of June. For this month, I want to look and focus at the idea of the prayer room being a hideout, a secret place, a covering, a shelter, a place where you can run away and hide from the problems of this life, from the issues that arise, from the strife, the pride of man. I want to really paint the picture, just as David painted the picture in the Psalms, of God's presence and places that welcome His presence, like this prayer room, as secret places, as hideouts. And so, on the surface, on paper, a hideout, a secret place, looks kind of like a cowardly thing. Like if you have to run to a secret place, if you're always having to run away from big issues, that seems kind of cowardly. It seems weak. It seems like you don't have a backbone, or you're not very bold. But if we look at the life of David, and specifically the words of David in his prayers in the Psalms, David considered God his hideout, his secret place, his refuge, his strong tower. And David, a lot of people would consider him to be one of the most bold, courageous figures in all of the Bible. I'll remind you of when he was just a boy. He was the only one out of all the children of Israel, young and old, to actually run towards the battle, and he ran towards the Goliath, the giant of the Philistine camp, and took him down. So David lived a life of courage. He was a military man. He was a bold, courageous figure. But David often would run away. He'd run away when stuff got hard and he didn't know what to do. He'd actually hide out from the affairs of this life, and from the pride of the people around him, from the strife of people around him, from the corrupt nature of all the people around him. He would hide out, and he would just have to get alone with God. And so this prayer room is a hideout. I want to look at the Hebrew word that David used a lot in the Psalms. It's the Hebrew word Sether, and it means a covering, a shelter, a hiding place, secret place. There's a lot of ideas, but the idea is that you're hidden from the rest of the world, and it's you and God alone. And that's what this prayer room is. And as I was meditating a few weeks ago on just the beauty of having a hideout, I really wanted to look at some verses in the Psalms that really exalt the God of the secret place. And so Psalm 27:5 says this is David. He says, "For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret," and there's the word, "in the secret of his tabernacle he shall hide me. He shall set me upon the rock." So in times of trouble, the culture of today would say you need to face it head on, you need to go for it, you need to be courageous. But David said, no, you need to run away. You actually need to, on the surface, look cowardly by running into a prayer room and seeking God, just you and Him alone. Psalm 31:20 says this. It says, "You shall hide me in the secret of your presence from the pride of man. You shall keep me secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues." So that Hebrew word is used there for secret. And so all of the pride of life, all of the distraction, the glittering things that vie for our attention, the prayer room or the secret place is a great way to be hidden from those things and to insulate our hearts from the pull of those things in this society that would pull our affection, our attention away from God. So David knew this. Just a few more. Psalm 81:7. The Lord saying to David, He says, "You called in trouble, and I delivered you. I answered you in the secret place of thunder. I proved you at the waters of Meribah." So the Lord is saying, I actually will answer you most readily when you make time in the secret place. In the secret place of thunder, God answered him and came through. And then Psalm 91, a familiar psalm. "He that dwells in the secret place," there's the words again, "of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty." And just one more. "You are my hiding place," David talking to the Lord, "and my shield. I hope in your word." So again, for this courageous, bold David, we see that often he would run away. But he wouldn't run away just to hide and sulk in his fear. He would run away to someone who he knew could protect him, could shield him, could let him breathe and recharge and be refreshed with the courage that comes only from the Lord of our hiding place. So think about that as you spend your gatekeeper time, as you come to the prayer room. This is a great hiding place, and we'd love for you to make it your hiding place whenever times of trouble come, or even just throughout the week when it's just normal. This is a great place to be.